it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I have completed a journal. I don't, it's been at least a week since I put a video out. So I can't even really remember how much of the process of making this journal I shared with you. I don't think it was all that much. So probably most of what you will see is pretty new to you. I did a flexible, pretty flexible journal cover. It is file folder covered with fabric and then, ribbon and doilies and that sort of thing. It has a vintage sewing pattern cover on the front. And so these are the colors I was going for. I wanted a fall feel, but not necessarily leaves and pumpkins kind of a fall feel, but like the colors, I guess. So hopefully I accomplished that. I have a doily and buttons, some applique up here. Here on the spine, I have another doily, layered up things, handmade flower with some ribbon, or yeah, that's what that's called, right? Ribbon, lace. That's what that's called. And then, just same fabric on the back. It has kind of a lacy closure, and I added, trying to get it to, it looks, I don't know if it's blurry to you. It looks blurry to me. That's weird. Maybe that's got it. Those are always fun. Okay, so let's go on in and see what we have. I've been gone doing some painting at our church building. So then this little trim is sticking out the side. So last week, the reason why I was unavailable and didn't really make any videos is because I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. Make sure everything is in frame. I used to be able to paint more quickly than I can now and then still function. But these days I can paint and it kills me, and then I have to sit and rest. So that is what happened last week. I have a lace strip that's sewn all the way across to make a pocket on the front and back. So I have This Book Belongs To, and then a journaling card. An envelope here, and then on the inside I lined it with just some scrapbook paper. I mean, not all the way, you can still see some of the envelope, but I wasn't concerned about that. I do believe I made these with you guys though. So there's that. I stuck that in there so we can see the cute little squirrel through the window there. Added a little paper doily. It's a digital. And then I photocopied an old handkerchief that I have for that. There's a little washi running down the side there. And then this is just some recipes. This flips out, and I did some coffee staining here. Little journaling card. This is an image from Graphics Fairy, I'm pretty sure. And a little doily tuck. It's a die cut doily. This is an image from a vintage children's book. I thought that was really cute. I'm not sure it's necessarily fall, but they've got jackets on. Same here. It was more like the colors I thought went with it, but it's daffodils, so that's spring. But we're trying not to be too technical about it. Cute little buttons along the side here. And then a fabric pocket with some really cute narrow tags. This was actually from a book, and you'll notice that it's part of the same picture, but it was going to be too big. So I cut it down and just added the little flower and number to it and a little topper. So then here I have a little bit of, oh, I don't know what you call that, safety pin and button. I can't think. So then again, this is from a children's book. And then this is from a book of vintage tablecloths. So it has a little bit of shine to it, but still, I thought it was nice. Went with the colors I was going for. So I was thinking sewing, embroidery, and fall. Oh, so this is, I can't think, you guys. This is pattern, old vintage pattern with vintage, you know, like the tape is yellowed and everything. Thought that was really cute. It's over here too, the pattern. The center of the signature beads and charms, there's a little teacup there. Little flippy thing on this lace pocket, another one of the ones we made together, and then this cute little girl here. The other side of the children's book. God gave us spring, summer, fall, and winter. Nice fabric ruffle. God gave us a beautiful world. We made this one together as well, and then that's the other side of the coffee dyed paper. A little fabric tab there, and then the other side of that. And I just added a flash card and then a couple strips to be able to journal on the back side of it. And then here I have just a little journaling card in there. You can always add more. I put washi here to prevent sticking. Something that I didn't really think about before, but when I was visiting with Pam Van E, it's humid where she lives, and she mentioned putting washi on her envelopes where this sticky part is, because in humid places, they end up sticking shut. And I don't live in a humid place, so that is not something I would have thought of. Cute little kitty tab there, I thought. This is a piece of wallpaper that I glued on, and then it's folded in half. So I just kind of hinged it on. And then there's some cute little pockets on the inside. Graphics fairy image. My friend Susan sent me this little stamped image, and then just a little label. And then another graphics fairy image. I think Susan sent me this also, actually, and then another little label. So thank you for those things. Just a little fabric-y lace thing there. I bought some digital ledger paper to back things, and then I tried to use where it didn't have a lot of writing on it so that it could still be written on down here. And then here is another children's book page, but the colors are really good. I just added a little fabric flip to it. And then here in this pocket, this is something I got from Jen at Jen's Junk. She sent me, I don't know, a couple years ago, a Happy Mail with fall items in it. So that was one of them. So thank you for that, Jen, if you're watching. And then just an old fold up sort of postcard thingy. Here we have a pocket with a page from a, home decorating book, and I just really liked that image. So I kept the whole thing and folded it in half. And, so you can still journal on it. I thought that was cute. And it, I don't know, it kind of goes to me like the era with the stencil and all that. a label. And then, so this is all from the same store. I mean, I read store, what did I read? I don't know what I read. Anyway, same book. And I just made a little pocket out of it. Added a couple of tags. And then a tag here from the same book. And then there's a large pocket here. And I think this is from the same book as well. There's carpet up the wall. Nice. Really pretty crochet lace here. And the other side of the children's book with a little bit of paper punched trim on it. This is a photocopy of a cross-stitch piece that I found at an antique store. I forgot to show you the beads here. There's a little bunny and then some pretty beads there. And I think actually several of these came from Susan as well. And then this came from Jen at Jen's Junk. And I thought that they went perfectly in this journal. So thank you, Jen and Susan. I'm getting to use some of the fun things that people have sent me, so that's always nice. This is another page from a children's book. And this is just one side of an envelope. I didn't use the whole thing. I just covered the back side with more ledger. And then really pretty paper there, I like that. I think this is from Jen also. This is just a little card. His mercy endures forever. And then this is from Jen. See, I just used so much of it. This part is not these things, but this was something she sent me. Actually, it was a double, like it had two. You'll see the rest of it here somewhere. I cut it in half and made it like a little side pocket. And then just put a couple die cuts and a little quote in there. Again, a hanky that I have is just a photocopy of it, and I backed it with some coffee dyed paper. Another fabric pocket here. These we made together, and then just a tall skinny tag. This flips out for journaling. Again, it's covered in pattern paper. Vintage, well, it's not vintage, but you know, themed recipe card. A couple little cutouts there from a paper pack. This also came from Jen, and I just glued it on just how it was. I don't remember if this was attached to this or not, or if I did that part, but that was all from Jen. We made these together, a little fabric sample cards. And then there's a fabric pocket here, and then another little pocket down here with a just cute little tag. I made that a long time ago, covered it with napkin. These are also from Jen. Then we made this together. Images from Graphics Fairy, and then this is just an enlarged spool that I enlarged it on my copy machine, wrapped fabric around it to make it a little tuck spot. Cute little girl on the front there. And then this is a pocket, but it's also a tag that opens. And then there's just a little envelope with a couple of things in there. There is a German chocolate cheesecake squares recipe card in this one. I keep forgetting to show the beads and charms. Final signature. I think we did this together. It is an envelope, it's a book page envelope. And then on the inside, I have a large tag. The book page is from an Ideals magazine. And it's a really pretty fall scene with a church on it. Love that. And then I had this on there just to hold the envelope closed. I don't know if it needs it or not. So then I cut a hole in this and used one of these, I don't know if they're Tim Holtz. I don't think they are, but maybe they are. I don't think so. Frames, die cut frames. So when you take it out, you can see just that behind it, or you can see the, you know, these little girls, which I think turned out really cute. So that goes back in with them facing down so that you can see them. You just have to put them in the right place. I thought that was really cute. And then I added a little pocket here too, with just a few cutouts from a journal pack, paper pack, scrapbook paper pack. I'm losing all of my words. Is that the right way? Yes. That opens. This is another children's book page. This, no, I was going to say it was from Jen, but it's not. I think she sent me the ticket, the guest check, but I put the stuff on it. And I just did my pocket out of a paper punch and lace. Cute little cutout from scrapbook paper. And then I just thought the colors went really well with this wallpaper border here. And then on the back of it has just a little tuck spot with a tag I made a very long time ago and found in my stash. I love this fabric. Isn't that the best? I'm pretty sure it's vintage. I have no idea where I got it. So if that looks familiar to you, thank you so much, because that is, I think, the coolest fabric. We did do this together. I'll remember the beads and charm this time. So this is a photocopy of a doily, couple of doilies that I have here at the house. I made this together. Love the fox. He's cute. And cut off from the cross stitch that I photocopied and then just, you know, put some butterflies on it. And then here in the center we have a journaling card and a paper clip here. If you want to, you know, tuck something underneath it. And then the other side, a book page picture, and then just a tag. These are available in my Etsy shop, as are a couple of other journals that I made previously but have not sold yet. So this is the other part of that pocket that Jen from Jen's Junk had sent me. This is the part I cut off and I added it to a bag. There's just a cutout there, and then some die cuts and a sticker. And then in the bag, another tag that I made quite some time ago. It has room for lots in there. That's on the wallpaper. This flips open and we have kind of a layered journaling card. A little doily sticking out the side and another one. And we have This, the pocket is made from an image from that vintage tablecloth book. So I just cut it so that I could make 2 pockets out of it. There's a little bit of eraser. So this is a vintage birthday card, which I thought was really cute and went well. And then a more cut out tag from the digital, or the photocopy that I made. And then another tag I made quite some time ago, and then a picture of, I believe that's Doris Day. It was from a trivia set. And on the back, it's got to be from a book page, but now, oh no, it was a card. Isn't this cute? And so I left some of the writing on it as best as I could. I had to cut it off to fit just a little bit. I think it said wood. Now it just says woo. Dear Grandma, I hope you feel better. Love, Jennifer June Wood, I think is what it did say. Isn't that cute? And then these to finish it all off. I forgot to put on the made by me, so I'll probably add that right here. So the other journals that I still have available and in my Etsy shop are the hardcover curved spine journals that I made. They're both still available, so they are on sale in my Etsy shop. They come with a packet of goodies to add to it. So if you're interested, go check those out. I will add a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.